So this is the simple project, and this is a clean project, nothing else, in which I have just installed React 18, nothing else. And now we will install Tailwind, and we will. So let's start with installing Tailwind. Okay, now it's working. So let's start. So our first task will be create a div or a UI box of a Tic Tac Toe, in which 9 box and 3 row, 3 column. So let's start. We will so div, and we have to show 9 row and 9 columns. So I will use an array. So you can initialize this also. Cons all square set square equal to use j, and this will going to our array of size 9. So what we're going to do, we will create an initializer. It will be new array, and the length will be 9, and we will fill this with null, and we mark our use state with array. Now we will use all square. So first let me display this into center div. So let's show their box and display this. So it will be flex, justify center, item, center, height, at screen. Now let's save this. Okay, so the box will be blank. Now we have to create our squares. So what we will do, we will run a loop on a square dot map, and we will get a square. We will return our div, and let initialize key also. So this is not a good practice to initialize the key with the index, but when you have a fixed index, like the array will not going to change, size of the array will be fixed, so we can use index here also. Now we will play x, let's assume, and yeah, that take this. Okay, now we have to show this in a box, and each have their own style. So let's style this our div of square. So it will be class name. Width will going to, let's assume 10, height will be 10, and border, okay, let's say this. Okay, that's fine. Now we have to show the inner value inside center. So center, item, center. Okay, flex also. Okay, that's now we have to make this the row and column. So how can we achieve that? This outside div, we can make this as a grid, and grid column will be t, and let's save this, and let's create the border also, border. So that's look fine. So this was the first challenge that I told you to create. I hope you created. Like there are multiple way you can do that, like creating a single square and arranging it, or like using grid or anything. Everything is fine. We are here to learn. Like there can be multiple solutions. So now what we have to do, like when I click on some particular box, so this box will going to change its value, and the value will be depending on whose turn it is. So let's assume that the first one will always start with X, and the second one always start with O. So const player is equal to like, and const, let's assume second player is bot, so it will be O. And now we will use this. So what we have to do, on click we have to change its value. So we will create our handler. So on click, on handle, on click. And now how we will going to mark the particular box. So what we are going to do, we are get a index from here. So handle on click, and we will pass the index, and what the index will do, we will get the position where we have to change the value. So change value of index. Now the question is, like, how you are going to tell that it is player turn or a bot turn. So we have to create another state also, or there is another option to directly calculate the how many X is there and how many O is there, and based on that we can change. But let's make it simple and use which turn it is. Const is player turn set here. We will initialize it true. So what it means that the first player will first person is always going to be a player. And now what we will do, we will change the value here. So the value will be const new square is equal to all square, and new square of index going to be, what will the value? So it is depend on whose turn it is. So it is player turn, like it is a true, then we are going to mark with player, or if it is not, then we will mark with bot. And after that what we are going to do, we will set square with new square, and also set player turn false, and we will display here, if there is a not a null value, then square is not equal to null, then what we are going to do, we will display our square. Let me save this. Okay, let's start with click here XO. Now there is OO. So what we are done wrong here, like we have to change it with previous value, like we have to toggle it. Now let's save this, refresh this, XO XO. Okay, so I hope that is fine. Like here we can do one thing also, that like instead of initializing outside and checking here, we can check with our previous one also. So let's do that. So we will get our previous square, and what we are going to do here, previous squares, and we will return new square. Let's say this XO. Okay, now we have to, like, this is two step. Like, I hope you have follow along with me. And the first one is we created a box into a center, then we handle on click. Now we have to check, like, on each click if there is a winner or not. Like, there might be a winner when I click here. Like, so what we have to do, we have to check who's the winner. So now the third challenge is to check who's the winner. So in tic tac toe, how we define a winner? Like, if it all the row will be same, and if any row will be same value, then that one person is the winner. And if column and diagonally same, then the winner. So let's define our which indexes are winner index. So let me show you all the index, and then I will tell you. Let me comment this and show here index plus 1. So now can you see like 1, 2, 3? Let me make this with 0 index, so you can easily check. Okay, so let me define a const winner pattern. So what will be the winner pattern is, first pattern is 0, 1, 2, means these position value, if it is same, then it is a winner. Then 3, 4 and 5, then 6, 7 and 8, then our column turn. So 0, 3, and then 1, 4 and 7, then 2, 5 and 8. So this will cover all the row and all the column. Now we have to check our diagonal also. So it will be 0, 4 and 8, and the other diagonal is 2, 4, and so these all are the winner pattern. So now what we have to do, we have to create a function check winner. So this function, what it do, will take an array. So let me initialize with board, and it will be an array, and we have to check if any pattern is matched in a board or not. Like, if this pattern is matched, so we will pass our board here. Like this all squares are the board. So let me mark this with all square, that will make you easy to understand all. Now what we will do, we will run a loop and check there is a winner or not. And if there is a winner, we will return true, or if there is a not, then we will return false. Or we can do like return null and player or bot, depending on, like, if there is a no winner, then we will return null. If there is a winner, then we will return its value. So let's do that. We will run a loop on winner pattern. So let me directly run on winner pattern dot for each loop, and what we will get, we will get our, so this is our pattern, and we will check using this. So if all square of a is there, and all square of a is equal to all square of b, and all square of a is equal to all square of c, then this is the winner pattern, and we have find it. Then we will return all square of a. It's mean we have find the winner, and the value will be returned. And if nothing happen, then we will return null from here. So this check, I hope you understand what is happening. Like, we have checked if the value, some value is there on a or not, and there is, then we will checking if the b value is same. So we are checking the three condition, like a is equal to b and a is equal to c. It mean b is equal to c also. So we don't have to check b, c, because we have checked already with a, b. So now what we are going to do, we will create a variable also, const as winner, set as winner, and it will be going to null. And let's put in top another div, and this will be our header, and f is winner there. Let we show only is winner. When is winner has some value, then we will show a header winner is winner. Okay, so now after that, like, after changing the value of index, what we will do, we will check winner and pass our new squares, and const winner. Okay, we have set the state of this also. We going back to our previous logic that we initialize, like creating a square using all squares, and then changing this to new squares. And let's put at the downside, and if we have find the winner, if winner is some value, then what we are going to do, set is winner. Okay, I hope that's easy to understand. Okay, let me comment this and show this, and let's try see, like x0, and this will going to create our winner, and we should have see our winner also. Okay, we don't see, so why this happen? our logic will, as I get, is wrong here. So it's not working. Like when we pass into a function, calling a function check winner. Okay, what is happening here? Like this loop run and it will return from here. Then it not exiting from this. So what we will do, we will create for loop. Instead of this for loop, let I is equal to 0, I less than winner pattern dot length and I plus plus. Let's see this if it is const a comma b comma c and is equal to winner pattern of I. Remove this also. Now what will happen, should return our value. So let's save this and let's run those. Okay, now it is working. So let this also, like what we have to do here, we will show our as winner is there, then we will show h1 winner is winner, and let's show also some GIF also, like wine winner batch will be really good. Okay, let's save this. So let's start, and our winner is X. Okay, now we have to make a button also that can reset this whole thing. So what we are going to do, we will create a reset button at the end of the div. So we will create div, and here will be our button reset, and what it will do, one click handle on reset. So let's create our reset const handle on reset. We have to like first set the all value to default value that's given here. So set all square. There is a set square. Okay, should be set all square. Let me change this. So what we will do, set all square will going to be initial array. Then whose turn it will be, set player turn will be true, and our winner will be set is winner going to be null. So this is the three stage we have checked. Now let's save this and let's check, and when we click on reset, it will going to reset. Now let's give a little bit style. Class name margin top will be 5, and let's give a button style. Class name bg red 100 right 3 2. Let's save this. Let's make it darker or border. Let's give a radius rounded to XL, add of 2XL. Okay, that's look fine. Let me create a div here also, so that it will not give here margin y will be files, and that will, so what we will do, we will show here another things like whose turn it is. So like there will be two things. There is a winner, then we will display this, and if is winner is not, then h1 the turn will be of player turn. If it is true, then we will show our player. What? Let's save this. Let's try this. Now it will be outer, then extra, then outer, then start, and winner is X. So this will create two players. Like this is the majority. Now we will take this on another level, and we will create a bot which will very smart, and we will use Minimax algorithm create to make a bot smart, like so we can play with bot. So to start, first I make a utils folder and create algorithm node.js. Now what we will do, we will move our check winner code and winner pattern inside algorithm folder. We will import from there, like let me first sort, and we don't need winner pattern in there, so we need to export check winner pattern. That's fine. Okay, so let's move this also, like player and bot, they will help in creating our algorithm. So export code, let make this a single function. Const players is equal to player and bot will be, so we will import here, import players, and from inside we get, okay, let's see, everything is working. Okay, everything is working. So now we will start our writing with Minimax algorithm. So before starting, I will encourage you to go and watch about algorithm, like what is Minimax algorithm, because it is little bit complex. Like it have a lot of variations. Like first is Minimax, then we can put depth, then beta and alpha. Like you will understand when you watch some videos. Like there is a lot great content out there on YouTube. So let me give you a little bit idea like what happened. Like assume I have play some, assume this is a state. Now assume the X is a bot, and this position, this here, if we put X, then the X going to win. So what Minimax do, it will try to everywhere X, like try to find the best possible solution, and using recursion or backtracking, we can find that the best optimal move we can make for bot. So what we will start, we will give find best move an array, so it will be board and it will be array, and we have to return, function will return an index, like best index, we can say that, and the variable will be let best move is equal to like 0, initialize with 0, and best score, and let best index equal -1. So now what we will do, we will run a loop, let I is equal to 0, I less than n 9, I plus plus, and we will mark every position with bot, and we will find like what is the optimal value for like if board of I is equal to null, then what it's mean, the position is empty. Like we can write after telling you like I find out that I did not edge case, like when I click on the place where already something is there, then it will going to change. So let me fix that and then we will continue. Like we have click, and if all square of index is not equal to null, then we will return from here. Like we don't allow to change anything. So let me show you set. And there is another condition, like if is winner is not null, it's mean if there is some value of a winner, then what we will do, we will return, we will not change. Like let me show you about, like we not able to click on place where is already there, and when I click here and X is a winner. Now if I try to click, nothing will work. So that's cover our 2H case. Now let's go and work with our algorithm. First we will change the position, like board of I will become, and what we will do, we will mark this with bot, like this is our bot move. So now what we will do, we will find the best score. So let score is equal to, our algorithm will work like min max algo, and we will pass our board, and we have to pass a variable like whose turn it is, like is max turn, like we are finding for maximizing value like bot value or minimizing like player value. And after that we will get a score, and we will check if score is greater than our best score, that means there is, we find a new score. So we will change best score with our score, and we will change the index also, like best index will be our current index, that is I. So we need to make this value, like let's make it -infinity. Here we have to, is max going to be false, like we already calculate for bot, and we have to find for player. So now we have to define our min-max algorithm. So let's start with function min-max algo. It will take board, which we don't need to pass because it was accessible. It was globally accessible. And here what we will do, we will is max. So we are checking is maximum value is the player, or let's make it outside. So our code look little bit better, and let's pass this also equal to empty array if nothing is there, so that we don't get an error. Now like first we have to, like we are writing a recursion way, so we need a base case, and then we have a two condition, like this is for maximizing or else it is not. So we have to find for bot. So the first is base condition. So what will be the base condition? Like if we find a winner, then we able to get the value. So what we will do, we will evaluate the score. Let go, and we will pass board. Now let's write this function. So find winner score will be take board, and what it's going to do, it's going to do the same thing as we have done here. Now why I am writing again if it is same, because we have to, let make all square, like why I bother to change everything. So if we able to find some winner, so we have to check, like if a winner is, if a winner is X means player, then we will return -10 score, and if it is a bot, then we will return 10, like we are giving a value. And if it nothing's, then we will return 0. So we will get a score. And now if score, let return null, so we don't have to, if it is not a null, if it is not a null, then what we will do, we will return score from here, and we will check if there is some move left, like if all the position are filled, then we will return 0. So what we will do, if board dot includes null, then what we will do, not null. If the board don't have a null value, then we will return 0. It means we don't able to find any move. So this will going to be our base case. Now we have to write this, like it is a maximizing player, then we have to let best is equal to infinity. And what will be the best move? It is same as like we have done for bot and starting I less than 9, I plus plus. And what we will do, we will, okay, I tell you, I something forwarded here. Like what we will do here, we will check first if board of I is null, then we will do some operation here. And what is the operation will be, so we will change the board of I is equal to player O. Player O is our bot. And what we will do now, same again, find score. So let's write bot score is equal to, then we find pass in our min-max algorithm, pass the board, updated board, and now the turn will be our player turn. So we will pass a player, and after that we will update our best with. And now after that, like we have checked that, we will backtrack and again change the board of I value to null, and after the end of for loop we will return best from here. So I hope you understand what I have done here. Now let's write for minimizing player. Like if it is a player turn, then the best will be negative. Like we have to find the minimum value, and what I will be x, and it will be player, and it will be player score, and we will change this also with player score, and it will be min value. So we will finding minimum value for, and let's see, yeah, everything's look good. And here is the maximum, so we need to make it negative so we get the best. Okay, that's fine. And we have to fix this also, like after getting the score we have to make this board of I gain to null as it was previous. And now we don't need player. Let's remove that, this taking extra things, and make this. Oh, so this looks fine, I guess. Find min max at winner. Okay, this looks fine. Should we remove this? Yeah, this is making code really bad. Like, let's remove it. We don't need this. Let's directly put. Okay, let's cover our player and bot and player also. I guess we are using directly x and 0. We will change later if everything's work fine. So now let's time to use our algorithm. So what we are going to do, okay, we are sure that the user is click and it is a player turn, so we don't have to check or mark the player turn. So what we will do, we will directly mark as player, and we will check for winner, then we set our winner. Then before that, what we will do, set timeout. We will use timeout, and in this function we will delay, like 1 second delay. And what it do, like what the function is do, move, then finding the bot move, it will change the new square with bot move and check the winner. And if it is a winner, we will set the winner and set all square with, and we will do these conditions also in here, like we need to set the square also. And let's save this and let run this. So first is x turn, then o turn, then x turn, then o, then next x is winning, o is writing again. And why our bot is dump 0 0 actually create here. So what is happening in our algorithm, I guessing it not getting the new square, so we have to pass the new square instead of old squares. Now let's see x, let's see again. Okay, now it's working. You see what is done, like, oh, so let's see what happened. Like what can we do here? So let's improve our code a bit. So what we will do, we will first check the player, and it is the winner, then we will set the winner, and we don't have to call it again. So what we will do, we will set the square, and we will move it here, and we will set the winner and check the winner, and after that we will return from here. We don't have to create a timeout for next iteration. And in set timeout, like this is all happen for a player. Let me write player move, and after that we will set a timeout, find the best move. If bot move is equal to -1, as we have initialized in fault, we will return from here. We don't have to do anything. Then we will make a bot move, then check for the winner. After checking the winner, we will set our new squares, and if there is a winner, we will set the square winner, else we will set another turn, and we can return from here also. Like, okay, now look fine. And yeah, that's look fine. Let's save this and see our code. Okay, it was happening a batch process, like it not setting the winner, and it's set here. Like if there is not a winner, we have to set the square even if there is not a winner. Now that should work. Let's see, x0 x0 x. I'm sorry, I thought that it was an unbeatable bot, but why it is not unbeatable? Because like there is some error in our logic. Let's see. So what we done wrong here, like here we have passed the false, like this is a maximizing player, then we have passed the false, right? And else we have to send true, not a false. So that's making the error. And also, like we can make this better by just using the function that we already created. So const winner is equal to check winner, and we will pass all squares in here. And if winner is equal to x, we will return -10. And else if winner is equal to, oh, we will return 10. and nothing else, then we will return null. So let's see what is winner. Do you see like how it able to see? Let me try to play dumb and try it. And he have two moves to win. Like I can't do anything, like it win by default. So is the winner. So let's make it a little bit fast and snappy. And I will tell you another error. Like if I click and when it is thinking, like we have type 5 and I click again some places, then it will trigger all the things. Do you see? Like, so what can we do? Like we can make a bot thinking or some variable in which if it is running, then we can't able to run our handle on click. Okay, so let's try this. And what will we will do? So we are okay. We can do this by the set player turn. If we can do it here, like or is player turn. If it is not a player turn, then we will return. Let's see this work. We see it's not working now. Okay, now it's look little fine. Let me, that's it. That's about the algorithm. And now let me just make a little bit better this UI so we can do some update here. Let's style button. So this is okay. And now let's make this with 20, like 20, our winner logic. Let's try it out. Nobody is winner. It is a draw. Winner is bot. So let's make this also a little bit better. Like we can make thinking bot it's thinking, or like who's the winner. Like you can add more you want. Like I think this will be fine for me. Like this is a basic practice. Like how can we create a bot? You can improve from here.